Well, the cars are lined up here on the grid. Brendan Hartley takes pole position. Marcus Ericsson alongside him. Now, they didn't have a very good round 3, so they'll be hoping to change that for this one. But the winner was Sergio Perez, and he's right behind. He'll be chasing them all the way. Here's Martin with the grid.
Thanks, Diana. Round 4 of the British Formula 3 International Series features Brendan Hartley's first career Formula 3 pole. Alongside him, Marcus Ericsson, and that's Ericsson's third front row start in 4 attempts. Impressive stuff. Race 1 winner here, Sergio Perez, and the Honda lining up third, ahead of round 1 winner Oliver Turvey. Sam Abe's fifth is his best qualifying performance, ahead of Double R in the top 10 in qualifying with Arti Mustonen. Sebastian Hohenthal and the Miguel of Esteban Guerreri on row 4, ahead of the joint championship leader coming in here, Jaime Al-Jaswari and Ali Jackson. Andy Meyrick against the national pole sitter for the 4th time in 4 attempts, and he's in 12th. So Brendan Hartley, not only his first pole position, but in fact his first time in the top 3 in qualifying, quite remarkably. Ready to go here for round 4 of the championship. Red lights are on. Let's hope there's no stallers. It's a very quick change and away they all go. And Hartley not making the quickest of starts, but Ericsson again not getting away very quickly. A little bit bunching about the top 6 or 7 position. But it is Brendan Hartley that leads all, and that is Esteban Guerreri, third in race 1, just finding himself without enough road. Comes back on in front of Jaime Al-Jaswari, round about 10th place. He's got Oliver Turvey in front of him. There is John Martin chasing Ali Jackson, and defending hard on the inside. Young Ericsson just holding off Sergio Perez's lunge at Tower for second. Going wheel to wheel, Max Chilton picks up a place there from Salman Al Khalifa, and Perez again, Kelvin pushing the point, and he got it! And they just about survive. That's Sam Abe on the grass. He comes back on. Guerrieri takes avoiding action. Abe spins. Oh my goodness me! Henry Arundel had nowhere to go. And Abe's moving, and that's a very good sign, because Kelvin, he was absolutely hit slap in the midships at full pelt by poor Henry Arundel. I hope Arundel's okay, and I'm not sure they're the only ones off either. No, there's a couple more. Well, that's Guerrieri's car totally wrecked.
Ericsson's is in the background. There's a big impact there by, and there's some damage on Perez's car. Remember, that was the first touch between him and Ericsson. He seems to be continuing okay, but there's a lot of debris on the track. I'd be surprised if they manage to clear that by the time they come back round.
I don't think they've got any chance. Those two survived, and perplexingly it was Abe who sort of went off in avoidance, who couldn't quite control it when he came back off the wet grass onto the track that really triggered that whole thing. Arti Mustonen behind Sergio Perez. Perez's car looks like it's handling okay.
Some damage on the front wing I saw. The hole in the front won't really do it any harm. It's only what they call the foot box. It's not an integral part of the car really. It's only for aerodynamics, but still racing into Tower Corner. That's Ricardo Teixeira, and they're heading back up to where the damage was, and there is a safety car ready. It's not been deployed, but there's a lot of mess here.
Well, Kelvin, I'm not sure that a safety car is going to sort this out entirely, but the safety car has been scrambled. And that is the remains of Sam Abe's car. That will not be playing any further part, nor will Henry Arundel's. That's really a very heavy impact. I'm glad to see neither driver in the cockpit here. Rather feared that we would see a red flag. There's going to be a lot of sweeping up of debris here. One of the things about carbon car parts is that they are very strong, but then they disintegrate into needle-fine shards. Let's have a look again. Oh, on board with Guerrieri into the S's.
Now see the first impact in front.
So now he gets through, and then he sees Abe the danger. Oh, and he's off, and it's wet, and he knows, doesn't he, that it's going to hurt. Oof. Well, Diana is down in the pits with Guerrieri.
Esteban, what's your version of what happened?
It was a big mess, but I believe from what Ericsson told me that he clipped with Perez in the S's before, well, in the back straight, which is not the place where you need to try to overtake. So I don't know if Perez tried to overtake him and then make him spin. Well, Ericsson spun, then well, just the mess, came up. Abe to the grass. I went to the outside. Then Abe was coming from the grass, so he was going to collect to catch me. So I had to go to the grass in the outside. When you go in the grass, you lose control. Obviously, it was wet. And I hit the tires quite hard, and then somebody went into Abe, big mess.
Yeah, big mess is right. Sergio Perez still in the car, team putting a new nose on for a restart, but Marcus Ericsson is down in the pits with Diana.
Marcus, what happened?
And it was me and Perez was side by side, and we touched wheels, so I spun, and then was just cars everywhere spinning, and I was hit again, so it was a big crash.
So nowhere to go.
No, I was on the outside, but I don't know, but Perez didn't really give me the room I needed to stay there. So then we touched. So it's not good because we had a good position, but that's what's happening.
Disappointed?
Yeah, I am.
Let's have another look at that then. It's Perez on the inside, the white car, and you see he gets an oversteer there on cold tyres. Remember, it's lap 1. He tagged Ericsson into the spin, Abay on the grass, and it's Abay really that causes the carnage later on. He's out of control, none of his fault, but big impact by Henry Arundel, and also Abay's car collected Ericsson's for a second time.
While the marshal's busy cleaning it all up, we'll be ready to restart in a minute. Ready to restart race 4 of the British Formula 3 International Series here at Croft. All the drivers involved in that first incident are okay, but we do hear that one of the marshals has suffered a broken leg, and he's being treated by the medics on site, so we wish him the very best as we get things back underway once more. Brendan Hartley and Sergio Perez, but that looks like Walter Grummeler didn't get away from his spot on the grid. Perez having a look at Hartley into the first corner, can't get through. Ati Mustonen in third, started 6th in race 1. Al-Jaswari in 4th place, so that's another good getaway from him. And Devaney in the Magal working his way around the outside. Oliver Turvey's going strongly as well. So Turvey 1, 2, 3, 4, 4th place. He's got ahead of Al-Jaswari, so making up for race 1 in spades. But at the moment, again on cold tyres, it's Sergio Perez who's got the speed as we ride behind him with Ati Mustonen, Calvin.
Yeah, there's a bit of a gap back to third in Mustonen's position. Perez looking strong on Hartley here through the S's out the back and then into the double sunny corner. And as you said, Martin Turvey looking strong, hoping to have a better race than he did with race 1.
Max Chilton having a little look there at Salman Al Khalifa in the midfield. Al Khalifa second in the national class, and that's being led again by Andy Merrick. There he goes through the shot. Just behind him is Nick Tandy, hoping to get that Magal working a little better in this race, and he's going to have a little look down the inside into the hairpin, shaping up. Finds the door very quickly shut as the man in front has a go at Sebastian Hohenthal. So that was an aggressive move there from Merrick that ended up being defensive as well.
Yeah, and Tandy now under threat from John Martin as a result of that, but the first 3 in close order through the first turn.
Top half dozen altogether. Merrick running in 7th. Tandy, as you say, in 8th place, under pressure from John Martin. And Martin's got Ali Jackson having a sniff inside. And this chicane, Kelvin, is really vital coming onto the back stretch, because a good run through there, as we've just seen, sets you up on the run down to Tower. That is Devaney having a go.
Yeah, he got that right. He's going around the outside, or is he? He locked, he grabbed a brake, and he's in the grass. He's going to take a while to recover from this long grass. Keep it going, keep it going.
He's not even in the same postcode at the moment, is he? It's going to take him a long while to come back on, and that was such a good shaping up move. Now then, again looking at Max Chilton, and this time Salman Al Khalifa in his sights. Can't quite get through yet.
Still can't do him. Khalifa holding the position well. Of course, they're different class, those two, so he doesn't need to fight too hard, but try telling him that.
Jaime Al-Jaswari here in 5th position. Teammate Brendan Hartley leads. So for Trevor Carlin, that's a safe distance between them, bearing in mind what happened at Alton Park when they were 1st and 2nd, or 2nd and 3rd. So keeping them apart on the racetrack, that's always a good thing. Hartley leading for the first time here at Croft. And he's got Sergio Perez for company, but again, top 2 starting to pull away, as we saw in race 1. Oliver Turvey there, just ahead of Al-Jaswari, Hohenthal, and the national class leader, Andy Merrick, is really having a very strong run, ahead of half the championship field, the international field, if not more. Yeah,
looking good. He's well up the order. Hartley's car looks nicely balanced there. He's in the groove, driving it well. Not under any pressure just yet, but Perez is still keeping the gap close.
He is, but looks like Hartley's finding around half a second a lap at the moment, and you know that's all you need at this sort of level. If you can continue just to add a few extra tenths of a second, that's great news. Ati Mustonen there, again just dropping back a little bit from Perez. Mustonen still in 3rd. Turvey's the one with the mirrors full of Al-Jaswari, and Al-Jaswari in a lap or 2 might have Hohenthal to contend with as well, although the Swede not quite looking as quick as the cars in front of him this time. He's 6th at the moment, Turvey 4th, Al Jaswari in 5th, and this is a real mix-up of national and international class cars, and a lot of that because of people avoiding action during that big second lap accident. And there you can see Riccardo Teixeira. Oh! And like Devaney going in fast and just not quite finding the grip there.
He was having a look down the inside of one of the national class cars. I saw him hit the curb quite hard on the inside. That's what flung him off on the exit.
We'll take a look here at Michael Devaney on the outside of Ali Jackson, Kelvin.
Yeah, you see cars gets all squirrely under brake. He's got the right front wheel locked, and one of the rears as well squirming about, and he almost got away with it. And that short grass he'd be okay, but once it gets into this ploughed field, you see the car jumping up and down and rearranging the farmer's crops.
Yeah, Tiger Woods couldn't have got out of there successfully. Into the pits comes Michael Devaney, and what promised so much, a lap from the end of the first race, Kelvin, has really turned into a disaster.